everyone, Dan Hurd with Dan Hurd Prospecting here, and...
Evan from Exploring with Evan.
Yes, we are doing a review of a new piece of gold equipment we've got. Joseph from Green Mountain Gold Trap sent me one of his fluid bed sluices, or classifiers as he's calling them. He wants me to see what it's like, try it out, and then give it away to one of my viewers. So today we're going to do a review of a Green Mountain Gold Trap fluid bed sluice. Thank you, Joseph. This should be fun. Enjoy. Okay, we're going to open this up with a knife here. You gotta be careful. No cutting ourselves today. Now, if any of you guys are from BC, where I'm from, you'll probably be saying right now, hey Dan, you can't use one of those there. And they're totally right. In BC, we cannot use anything in the stream. We're not allowed to use any river sluices, any high bankers that flow back into the river, anything like that. So, today, in order to use this fluid bed sluice, which is meant to go in the stream, we are going to make ourselves our own stream. We're going to build a trough, sits right here, flowing from our tailings pond, run water through the trough, make it a fake river basically, and make something to simulate how this would work in a river. Because I don't want to break any BC rules by putting this in the creek. You want that, don't you? Of course. Okay, I might have to bring the camera in nice and close to do this unboxing. Okay, let's see what's in the box here. Now that I've opened it up, we have great packing all around. Lots of packing. We'll go and burn that in the fire or something. We have a note from Joseph, a Green Mountain Gold Traps here. Oh, a note to customs if they look inside. They want to pack it the way it was. Nice. Okay, this is the fluid bed itself. It is removable in this model. Some of you may be familiar with some of the other fluid bed sluices. The Bazooka Gold Trap, the Grizzly, there's a few of them out here. This is made by Green Mountain Gold Traps. It's clear acrylic, so you can sort of see what's going on. It's actually not acrylic, it's probably Lexan. And neat thing about this one is the fluid bed, the capture area, is actually separate from the sluice, removable. Ev?
Yay!
Ev likes popping them. So it's removable, so when you are in the river, you can just pop this out, clean it out quickly, put it back in without actually removing your sluice from the river. Here's Joseph's card. I'll put a snapshot of that in for you. Joseph's card from Green Mountain Gold Trap. And the beautiful fluid bed sluice or classifier. He's calling it a fluid bed classifier because it classifies the material as it's running. That slides in the end here. And there's a little pin that holds it in place while you're running. Beautifully made. Beautifully made. Now, before we can show you any more though, we have to make ourselves a river because this is meant to go in a river. So let's do that next.
There's more bubble wrap.
More bubble wrap. Pop it. Oh yeah. Evan will be occupied for the next 10 minutes. And there we go. We have a simple trough. Put an end on it and maybe even a little top here that we can just sort of blast the water into and let it flow down like a river. Hey, look at that. We have an end made.
Just laying there.
Perfect. It is the perfect piece. So we're getting the trough and everything all set up here. Of course, Dad's here helping me again today. I should talk a little bit about the reviews I do of equipment. I do have lots of people sending me stuff to review it on my YouTube channel. But as I tell everyone, I will not review anything that I'm not happy with. So if someone sends me something that is a piece of garbage or doesn't work very well, I just don't do the review. I know I'm going to be happy with this. I know how this works. I know I've used this kind of thing before. So I know this is going to be good. But if you see me doing a review, you know I'm not lying about something because just to say it's good. Because if something's not good, I won't do a review of it. And I also tell everyone that sends me something that I am going to be 100% honest. So if I see something I don't like, I will mention it. But overall, it has to be a good review. Otherwise, I just won't do it. Anyhow, we have to figure out how to get water into this. Now, before I go and make everything all dirty and muddy, look at this beautiful construction on this thing. Amazing. Here's the pin that holds it in place. You just pop the pin out, it slides out. Just beautiful construction. But anyhow, it's going to get muddy here any second now. Hopefully a little bit goldy too. Goldy, is that a word? Here we go with just one pump running, and it looks to be like it's going to be enough water for this. We may have to level and everything, but it's looking pretty good. One more. We might need more. Might need to take the kinks out of the hose. Start with that. We're almost there. We just want a little bit more water going over top to help the gravel that goes on top get by. Now let's see if I can explain this with all this noise of the pump going. The pump's really close at the moment. The way a fluid bed sluice works is there's two chambers. There's the top where the material flows over, and then there's the bottom chamber. It's down underneath here. Two different chambers. Water going through the underneath chamber is going through two pipes that are underneath here, going into the fluid bed itself and forcing water downwards, fluidizing or making the sand that's in that chamber really loose so that gold will fall through it. Now the sand's getting into that chamber by falling through the grate here, the Grizzly here, the classifier, and going into the bottom section underneath here. So right here, it falls through, the small stuff falls through, it goes down in, and then goes into that fluid bed chamber. Water being pumped through that fluid bed chamber keeps it really loose, so the gold will sink to the bottom. Bigger rocks just flow off the top, and then all the sand that's going into the bottom fluid bed chamber, all the light stuff flows up and comes out right there. Big rocks are coming off the top, little light stuff is coming off right there, and the good stuff is kept underneath in the fluid bed chamber. That's the theory behind this. Okay, let's see how the Green Mountain Gold Trap actually works. That's better amount. Yeah.
It wasn't getting getting enough time to settle over the bridge.
Yeah. This may have been going a little bit hard. That's better. Now this material I'm throwing in doesn't necessarily have much gold in it, but I do have some sand, straight sand, that I know has good gold in it. So I'm gonna bring some of that over and run some of that and make sure it's catching the fine gold that's in that sand. Now this is the stuff that has good gold in it. Let's hope it's catching it. We'll see in a second. Now the people at Green Mountain Gold Trap, they make a couple different sizes of this. So they have bigger ones, because this is just a little sampling sluice, but they have a big one that you can just shovel full speed into. If I shovel too quickly into this one, it's just a little bit small, so the stuff doesn't get washed completely before it goes over the trap. Now I think we're going to show you how easily this cleans out. So the first thing we have to do is block off the water flow just with a board. And if you're in the river, you just put a board right in front here. We just pull this pin. Pull the pin out. Take the fluid bed out. And the amount of material, there we go, there it is. There's the amount of material that's left behind the pan. We're going to toss that in pan, make sure we're catching a little bit of gold, and then we're going to run a bunch more through here. And to wash this out, it's as easy as that. And then you slide it back in, and it's good to go for the next run. Slide her back in. Don't forget the pin. Pin's in place, and we're ready to go for the next run. Now I only put one shovelful through here that could have had gold in it, and sure enough it did. 2 or 3 little specks. But that was just one shovelful that may have had gold. So we'll put through a few shovelfuls in the next one and make sure there's a bit more gold to show off. So for this run here, we're going to use a bunch of sand that comes from a claim that we know has gold in it. It's mostly very fine gold with the odd larger piece. Now, when we were just testing to start with, we were ramming it through pretty quick for this little sluice. So we're going to go a little slower today, or slower this run. Dad's got the old trowel, which will be a bit easier.
Those in their dividers, you can turn quick.
Yeah, I think you can go even quicker than that, Dad.
Yeah.
Now you're getting close over, well, there we go. That's about the right speed. I'm watching it go over the classifier there, and the material's gone through before it gets to the top end of it. Maybe a bit quick, that one.
You don't want to jump any over this one edge.
With the big version of this, you can just take full big shovelfuls and dump in. And yes, we're doing straight sand right now, so the classifier isn't actually doing anything for us. But that's just because this material that I brought from the claim, I classified it at the claim, so that I wasn't carrying home too much gravel, rock and whatnot. But it'll make it for a good test of the fluid bed to see how well the fluid bed catches gold. I really wish we could use river sluices here in BC. It would be so much fun. It looks so peaceful and relaxing using a river sluice like this. on a real river, not on my fake river. Now while Dad's feeding with the trowel, I'm going to grab some more gravel just to show you guys again how it works with gravel going through. Here's another scoop of gravel, just so you can see how it works with gravel going through. Okay, put a scoop of that on here. There we go. Now we have gravel with gold in it. Okay, let's call it quits there, Dad, and see if we'll keep a bit of that material just in case we, want to do a second run or whatever. Okay. We've run enough that it should show some gold now. Should show lots. Let's block it off again. Okay, and I'll take that fluid bed out. Okay, so again, there's that material. Not very much of it, just that much in there. Throw that in the pan and see what's in it.
That looks like gold.
Okay, and for cleaning it out, it's as quick as that. And let's see what's in the pan. Oh, look at that one. Million little guys. One nice one. And a whole bunch of little guys. Let me get the camera off the holder and show that. Here, hold that for a second. Okay, so one really nice. There's a picker there for you. And then a bunch of little stuff up there. Lots of it. Oh yeah, look at it all. Definitely did a good job of catching the gold. And that's how much material comes out of the fluid bed when you're done. Very easy to clean up. So Well, Joseph, I'm very impressed with your Green Mountain Gold Trap. I can see how having the bigger one would be a bit more convenient for sure. Be nice to just be able to shovel full speed into one of these. But this little guy did its job really well. It found some pretty tiny gold. Also found that one big flake. Absolutely love the construction. You've done a great job of this. So well built. So well built. Now that it's out of the water, maybe I'll show you guys that fluid bed a little bit more carefully. So the upper water comes down here, and that's where the material flows, then falls through the classifier into the chamber below. Goes down through there into the chamber below. We also have water coming in the bottom here into those two pipes way down there. Those two pipes get pressurized with water and have holes in the bottom, so they shoot water out the bottom into the fluid bed chamber. Let's pull this apart again. So there's the fluid bed chamber. The water comes down through there, out some holes that are drilled in the bottom. It bubbles up through the sand, and as the water comes up through the sand, it opens it up so gold can fall down into the very bottom. And all the gold is kept nice and safe right in the bottom of the fluid bed chamber. The sand is flowing in the bottom chamber here, right over top of the fluid bed. Sort of falls down into it and then up out, and any gold falls down, stays in the bottom. Lighter sand just flows over the top and gets washed out with that water that's coming in. Really cool design. As I said, you know, there were the old Bazooka gold traps, there were the Grizzly. I think both those companies are out of business right now. But the Green Mountain Gold Trap is definitely in business. They have a patent pending on this, this classifier sluice fluid bed. And he does fabulous work here, really well constructed. There's a little pin right here that holds it in place while it's running so that this fluid bed doesn't slide out on you. Everything's aluminum, stainless steel screws, or plastic, so there's nothing in here that could rust. Very well constructed. Joseph, you've done a great job. Now, as I said at the beginning of the video, Joseph said he wanted me to do a little bit of a review here, just like I did today. Now, because we can't use these in BC, this is no good to me. I can't use this. So what Joseph said is give it away to a viewer. So I'm going to do another one of my giveaways here. When I get 2,000 likes to this video, yes, 2,000, I'm going big, or in 1 month's time, whichever comes first, I am going to give this away to one of my viewers. You have to leave a comment to this video and a like to this video, and when I get 2,000 or a month's time, I'll choose one of those comments at random to send this Green Mountain Gold Trap fluid bed sluice to. And of course, my patrons always get added to my draws an extra time. There's my review of the Green Mountain Gold Trap. I hope you enjoyed. Very special thank you to my patrons out there. You guys will get added to this draw automatically. Again, please comment, like, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And until the next one, everyone. Bye! Bye!
Bye!